Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hot Jobs with Higher Military. It is our favorite 30 minutes of the week where we get to spend it with you, our military community, sharing our newest vacancies on both the direct hire and the skill bridge side, as well as just learning more about who we have in our community that's here with us today and finding out where you are, where you're coming from, and what you're looking for, and why you've come to Higher Military to join us today. So first of all, really glad to see everyone that's here. As you're coming on, we'd love to have you introduce yourself. If it's your first time here, please raise your hand. We'd love to welcome you. If you are one of our OGs that's been on with us multiple times, say hi as well. It's always great for us to see familiar faces. And just thank you for continuing to come back and spend some time with us as well. So again, like I mentioned, we love being able to spend this time with our military community where we share our open vacancies, support, encouragement, and just advice, as well as sharing our newest vacancies and speaking with you about those as well. We are here for the whole of the military community. So whether you are a transitioning service member, whether you're a veteran, whether that's a veteran as of last week, or you've been out of the military for 5, 10, 20 years, or if you're a military spouse, spouses of any kind, or those that have touched the military community. So if you are a government civilian or a government contractor, if you've done any work, basically if you've had any touch with the military, you are part of our community, and we welcome you here to spend time with us and learn more about the vacancies that we're recruiting for. Oh, wow, Kevin, so good to see you. Cheyenne, Robert, Courtney is coming to us from Savannah. We lived there for a couple years, love that area. Raphael, Chania, and Kenesha and Michael, so great to see you here. So as we get going today, I just want to share a little bit more about what you can expect with us here. We'll give you a little bit of an overview about ourselves, introduce who we have on the team here. We will share our direct hire opportunities. Those are open to anyone from the military community that are actively job seeking and open to work in the immediate future. And then we will also share DoD skill bridge internships that are open for our transitioning service members. And then if we have time, we'll open it up for any comments, questions that you have that you'd like us to answer. So we do typically spend about the last 5 to 10 minutes answering questions. So if you have job search related questions related to interviewing, salary negotiation, transitioning from the military, really anything, you can drop those in the chat and we'll try to address them at the end of the broadcast as well. So great to see so many people coming on today. Marlene, Vivek, Eileen, Bo, Kiana, great to see you all here. Thanks for joining us. So just wanted to address a couple things before we get started. You'll see some hot links in the description of this event. And I wanted to point those out to you today. You'll see a link that will take you directly to our careers page where you can find all of our current openings. While we are on with you today, we only really share 2 to 3 vacancies that are either our newest roles or new ones that we want to bring to your attention. So if you want to see the full list of openings that we have available, you can go to that link, or you can go to hiremilitary.us and look at our careers page. We have both careers page for direct hire or permanent roles, as well as our DoD skill bridge internship vacancies as well. Also in the description box, you will find a link to our newsletter where you can sign up for our monthly newsletter. Our marketing team puts out fantastic content every month that's specific to the military community, whether it's job searching, salary negotiation, transitioning from the military. You'll find a link where to sign up for our newsletter so you can get notified when new newsletters are posted. And then we have 2 other links to our most used articles, I guess you would say. One of them is how to target your resume, and the other is the beginner's guide to effective LinkedIn profile. So those are really kind of step-by-step on what our team recommends for the military community in order to target your resume and optimize your LinkedIn profile. And they really are a great source of information and a place that we see people coming back to repeatedly to get great information as well. So just wanted to share that you can find all those links in the description box. And sometimes we might reference, hey, go check our careers page. So you can find that link there. Or again, you can visit hiremilitary.us to find all the information that we've shared currently, as well as much more in terms of resources and information as well. So as everyone continues to introduce themselves in the chats, please share who you are, where you're tuning in from, and what you're searching for. Are you looking for a permanent role? What types of industries, what locations are you targeting? Or if you're a transitioning service member and looking for a DoD skill bridge internship or Army Career Skills Program internship, what types of internships are you targeting? And locations that align with that as well. It's always really great for us to learn learn more about our community through the comments that you share with us here. So please continue to share any and all information with us as we get going today. So that's enough for me. I will just briefly introduce myself and then hand it over to Amber and Amber and Matt as well. My name is Kate Wood. I'm the recruiting manager here at Hire Military. I'm an Army vet. I was in the Army for just a little over 6 years. And now I'm on the military spouse side of things, as my husband is still on active duty and we are stationed overseas in Panama. So I will send it over to Amber. Amber, so glad to have you with us today.
Oh, thank you so much, Kate. It's great to be here this afternoon. My name's Amber. I am on the recruiting team here with Hire Military, Air Force veteran and a military spouse. I'm in San Antonio. It's great to see so many folks here this afternoon. I feel like there's a lot of new names, and I saw locations sprinkled coast to coast. So welcome, everybody. And I wanted to give a quick shout to Kyle Hick. He and I have been in communication very frequently. So, hey, Kyle, hope you're doing all right this afternoon, and thanks for tuning in with us. This afternoon, I'll be sharing some direct hire roles. So if you are in the market for a new position very quickly, like you could accept an offer within the next few weeks or next month, stick around and I'll definitely share more. But be sure to look at all of the links that we've shared also. You can check out our careers page and all of our resources at hiremilitary.us. That being said, though, I will pass it over to Matt.
All right, thank you, Amber. So I'm Matt, one of the recruiters with Hire Military, Marine Corps veteran, previous SkillBridge intern with the company almost 3 years ago. It's been a wild ride. It's gone by very fast, but it's great to be here. This is a good opportunity for us to be able to engage with the community. Today, I'm going to share DoD SkillBridge opportunities for transitioning active duty, which also applies to Reserve and Guard. I can go into a little more detail about that later, but those are the ones I'm going to be sharing. I'm out in East Tennessee in the mountains. The snow is finally melting, so it's nice to get to see my yard again, but no, it's good. I'm glad we're here. If you hear something, put it in the chats that you're interested in a specific job. If you have questions, please put it in the chats. We like to answer questions at the end, especially if we see trends on questions, things like that. But I'll turn it back over to Kate.
Thanks. So great to have both of you here, Amber and Matt. And just a quick shout out, definitely connect with all of us here on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is where we sit as recruiters, where we sit as a company. We share all of our newest vacancies on our own pages, as well as through the Hire Military page as well. So send a connection request to all of us here that are on the broadcast, as well as anyone else on our team. I know we have Olivia in the chats helping us out today. So shout out to Olivia. Thank you so much for helping us out, answering questions in the chats as we're on live with you here today. So as we get started, like Amber and Matt both mentioned, they're going to share roles specific to the areas that they're going to speak about. Amber's going to talk about our direct hire, our permanent vacancies, and Matt's going to share the DoD SkillBridge internship vacancies a little bit later in the broadcast. So if there's something that is very interesting to you, you feel like you're qualified for, and you want to get more information on, please type the name of the role in the chat. You're going to see a little banner pop up that's going to be listing the role that person is speaking about. So just type the title of the role in the chat. Unfortunately, when we do these LinkedIn Lives, we can't share active links in the comments. So we have to come back following the broadcast and give you the link to that position, but we can't know what link to share unless you type out specifically the role that you're interested in. And the easiest way to do that is just by sharing the title. So don't just type interested, type the title of the role that you're interested in. And like we mentioned, we have time at the end potentially for some questions. So if there's questions as we go, please just post those in the chat as well, and we'll try to answer them at the end. So more than enough for me. Let's get into some of our hot jobs. So Amber, love to hear about those direct hire roles.
You got it, Kate. Anthony, I saw that you mentioned the fog here in San Antonio. It is pretty crazy. It's really dense fog on my side of town. But I'm going to jump in with some direct hire roles this afternoon. I'll just be sharing really highlights. I definitely want you to drop the job title in the chats if you're interested, so that we can share those direct links and you can take a full look at the comprehensive job description that includes salary on all of our roles. So the first one I'm going to get started with this afternoon is a research and development technician position. This position is out in Plymouth, Minnesota. It is an on-site role. A little bit about our client is a veteran-owned small business and an industry leader providing modular space solutions for mobile offices, modular buildings, and design and build services. that include blast-resistant modules and storage facilities also. In this research and development technician position, you will be engaging and be part of their engineering team, which is really cool. So that comes with assisting in the design and development projects for new products, process changes, and improvements. You'll also be interacting on a day-to-day basis with the manufacturing, purchasing, and their QC department. So a really interesting role that gets to touch a whole lot of different aspects of our clients' overall team out in Plymouth. The qualifications for this position are a high school education. They do want somebody that has 3 years in a manufacturing industry, like product development, product testing, something along those lines. It's really just a preferred qualification, though. So that's a research and development technician role. It's out in Plymouth, Minnesota. This is on site, no opportunity for remote at this time. So if you're interested, drop that in the chats and I will share with you the link to the job description following our broadcast. I have one more position to share this afternoon. This one is a manager and senior manager role. So a couple roles here. Locations, it's hybrid. It's out of DC Metro or out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. So this manager and senior manager, rather, will be supporting a long-term contract that works alongside one of the Big Four accounting firms. And it's part of an ongoing fixed-term contract that supports the Army on internal auditing projects. So you can expect to be leading and guiding both teams and clients in those internal audits to accomplish our clients' overall objectives and strategies. These roles do require an interim clearance alongside a degree in either accounting, in finance, in IT, or business management. And they are looking for somebody that has 4 years of experience. They have a preference for a couple certifications, either a CISA, the CDFM, a CPA, or a CGFM certification. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, you're in the DC Metro area or in the Fayetteville, North Carolina area, be sure to drop that in the chat and I'll share that link with you following this. Again, that's a manager and a senior manager role. You can type in audit and I'll drop that link directly. So the two positions that I covered this afternoon, just a quick recap: research and development technician out of Minnesota, and then the audit roles, the manager and the senior manager position. So that's going to conclude my direct hire positions this afternoon. We have a whole lot more on our website, so be sure to check those out. I will take a break there and I'm going to pass it your way, Matt, because I know you've got some great things to share as well.
Yes, thank you very much. Again, those were the direct hire opportunities that we have for folks that have already transitioned out of the military or soon to be military spouses, family members. That the whole of the community is what we serve. And I'm going to transition into the skill bridge portion. So just a quick background, we provide DoD approved skill bridge internships, Army career skills programs for anyone transitioning from active duty within their last 180 days of service. This is eligible for certain guard members and reservists as long as you're on Title 32 orders, you're on active duty. If that applies to you, I highly recommend you just talk to your installations education office or transition office, and they can kind of give you more guidance on that from there. Realistically, it starts with talking to your chain of command because they're ultimately your commander is the one that's going to approve it, and you got to have that conversation with them. But backdate your end of service date, 180 days. That's your window to be eligible for these internships. Now, I know certain branches of service, even certain installations, have different requirements. Again, you need to have those conversations well ahead of time. We recommend 12 to 18 months out. Stating, this is what I want to do, and you start planning these things so you can start networking, figuring out what's out there. I know some folks don't always have that opportunity. I know mine was only like 9 months before found out I was getting out due to some other medical reasons, and it was just very abrupt, and it was just a quick process, and you really need to start as soon as possible. We partner with companies that want you to be hired. There's a high probability of employment. It's never guaranteed, but the companies that we work with, we explain, this is what we want. We want employment. If you're having trouble, finding a company or having somebody that's, wants to get approved, we can help facilitate that very quickly. So if that's something you're interested in, you can always just let us know, reach out to us directly and say, hey, I have a company I'm trying to get approved. Come to us and we can help you out with that. But I'm going to go ahead and get into some job opportunities, or I'm sorry, some internship opportunities. The first one that I have to share is avionic or aircraft mechanics. They're in multiple locations: Mobile, Alabama, Pensacola, Florida, Oklahoma City, and San Antonio, Texas. Those are some very good locations. Job Air, they're a multi-technical aviation company. They specialize in aircraft and engine inspections, audits, aeronautical engineering, and a provider in aviation maintenance and employment services. There's a couple different ways you can go. Either you're licensed A&P mechanic or unlicensed. If you're licensed, then you need a minimum of 6 months experience in commercial or military, or completion of a mobile aerospace engineering trainee program. If you're not licensed, you need to have 3 years of commercial or military aircraft mechanic experience. Some of the things they want you to be familiar with: Boeing 700 series, C-130s, KC-135, KC-10, VC-25. If those interest you, put aircraft mechanic in the chats. Also, sharing is caring. If you know somebody within that industry, that MOS, put the information out there for them. They want veterans to be hired on. They don't have a cap on this. The opportunities have been growing since we started talking to them only a few weeks ago. So share the information with that community, because I know it's a very niche skill set, and I know there's a lot of great people out there with that skill set. But the next one I'm going to talk about, taking a little shift in industry. This is with Masonite and Door Manufacturing. It's actually a fairly large company. I'd never heard of it until we partner with them, but they are a very large company globally. And one of the newest ones we have, and it's in a great location, Charlotte, North Carolina, but this is a maintenance manager. There's a veteran that runs the team there, and he wants veterans to fill this position. So far with Masonite, over the last 2.5 years, they have a 100% job offer rate for all of the interns. I think we're on the 9th or 10th one right now. But basically, what you'd be responsible for is eliminating all causes and failures, ensuring full use of life equipment, coordination with daily maintenance activities. They would like 3 years of leadership experience. Anyone coming out of the military that has that management level experience, you're most likely going to have that. But they just require high school diploma or GED. But they really do want, and this will help set you apart from anybody else, is a bachelor's degree in engineering and or 5 years experience in manufacturing or maintenance. Project management experience is great to have, and a strong understanding of HVAC, compressed air systems, plumbing, and electrical and structural systems. Now, I know that sounds like a lot for somebody coming out of the military, but there's a lot of folks that have that background. In facilities maintenance, that's a big one that kind of stands out to me. There's a lot of other ones out there. But again, they kind of understand the Skill Bridge program, and that, they can train you on certain things, but you need to have that understanding of the HVACs, compressed air, general maintenance, things like that, because you are a maintenance manager at the plant there in Charlotte. If you have a Lean Six Sigma background, perfect. That's what they want. They do have a whole bunch of other positions: Colfax, North Carolina, Haleyville, Alabama, Vandalia, Ohio, which is near Dayton, and then EHS, Environmental Health and Safety, out in New York. There's also stuff in North Dakota. That's all the stuff with Masonite. If you're interested in any of those, just type Masonite into the chat, and I'll be able to reach out to you directly. You can also go to hiremilitary.us, look on the Skill Bridge side of things, search by company. You can see all the ones we have available there. But the last one I'm going to share is kind of unique. This is with Texas Instruments. If you've been on here before, you've heard us talk about this all the time. That's because they're the one that we have cohorts with. It's something that we generally don't do, but this is one of them, and it's with Texas Instruments. It's a big company that's been around forever. Essentially, what you're going to be doing there is, a couple different positions. They have ones in Dallas, Texas, and Lehi, Utah. Equipment and facilities technicians. For the equipment techs, you need about 3 to 8 years of electrical and/or mechanical experience. This can be professional or personal skills that you've learned. So your ability to translate those skills. All interns to date have completed have been given full-time offers. At the end of it, they can help you with relocation, transportation, housing, things like that. But really, you're going to be doing preventive maintenance, equipment repairs, equipment improvements, upgrades. You can go on our website. We do have a link that shows videos, the day in the life of an equipment technician. It's actually on our LinkedIn page. You can go there and check that out. And then they have facilities technicians. They need somebody with experience in facilities projects, facility sustainment. And again, that's out in Lehi, Utah. So they have certain cohort dates. The ones in Utah, 25 March, 28 October, and the equipment and facilities tech in Dallas is 26 August. Those are the next cohorts that we have available. And all the other ones that we have, I taught cohorts, how we typically don't do that. The other ones is based on your availability and what the employer wants from you. So if most of them are current vacancies that they could hire somebody for right off the street, but they want veterans, they want to embrace the SkillBridge program and bring people on board through that to help you get employment. So those are some things to consider. Most of them typically don't have cohorts. This one does, but it's a phenomenal opportunity. If you're interested in that, you can type Texas Instruments into the chat and we'll be able to reach out to you. Again, you can go to our website and read full job descriptions on what they're looking for. Same thing with direct hire. These are just wave tops. So that's all I have. I say that like I didn't share much. It was a lot of information, but check it all out on our website. Kate, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thanks so much. Wow. Some great opportunities from both Amber and Matt. Again, these are just, I think we shared 5 different positions, 5 of the positions that we have currently available. We have 30 plus internships currently available, and I think 40 plus direct hire or permanent vacancies as well. So again, just what's new or just some opportunities that we just wanted to highlight for you today, but please go to our webpage or our website. View both of our career pages. You can search by location. Like Matt mentioned, for our SkillBridge internships, you can search by company as well. And if you don't see something, if we don't have a current opportunity, I think I saw somebody mention, hey, I don't see anything in California currently for direct hire. We are adding new roles on a weekly basis. Our careers page changes week to week. We get new roles in sometimes multiple days throughout the week. So please bookmark our careers page. You can also join our talent pool or our talent pipeline on both the direct hire side and on the SkillBridge internship side as well. So basically what that is you register your interest with us, you upload your resume, you answer just a few questions on what you're targeting in terms of your job search. And then we utilize those resumes or those people that have registered their interest with us first. When we go to advertise a new vacancy, we routinely look through that pool of people and message you directly to let you know that we have new vacancies. And you'll also receive all of our new vacancies twice a month. We send an email out with all of our newest openings. So you will never miss any new opportunities that we are hiring for if you go ahead and register in our talent pool or our talent pipeline as well. So just wanted to mention that. And you can reach that via hiremilitary.us as well. So something else I just wanted to share, we have a couple other vacancies that we are providing for our opportunities that we provide for our military community. And these are partnerships that we have with several different programs that are helping to basically advertise and market their opportunities because they specifically want veterans, military spouses, or transitioning service members, or anyone connected to the military to fill these opportunities. So I have just a couple to share as well. The first is a SkillStorm IT training program, and these are available in a remote capacity. This is an excellent program. We have seen a lot of interest and a lot of traction in these in this opportunity since we started partnering with SkillStorm. And SkillStorm is actively seeking transitioning service members. They have a full-time immersive tech training program, and this is done through cool funding. So you might be familiar with that verbiage there. This is a 16-week program, and it's going to equip you with the skills needed for a successful career in cloud, cyber security, and they also have Java training programs as well. They also have PMP training programs. So they have just a plethora of different opportunities for the military community. They have courses starting every 2 weeks, and the organization is truly dedicated to supporting the military community, spouses included. So spouses are some of those eligible, as well as veterans for these training programs. So if this sounds like interest to you, you can type SkillStorm in the chat, and we will be able to reach out with a direct link that provides more information comprehensively about the program itself, how you can register and get more information on that as well. And then our CEO, Mike Quinn, conducted a LinkedIn Live similar to this with some members from the SkillStorm team, and that was an extremely beneficial conversation. They shared so much information about the program and advantages as well. So you can check that out. It's on the Hire Military page saved as well. But if SkillStorm is something that sounds like interest to you, free training in cloud, cyber, or IT, just type SkillStorm in the chat and we'll be able to reach out to you. The next opportunity I want to share with you is kind of a unique one. It's with an organization called Veteran Service Brands. Veteran Service Brands, their CEO is a veteran and founder. His name is Jack Child. He created veteran service brands, and there is a portfolio of 4 different franchise opportunities. This organization is truly focused on providing franchise or entrepreneurial opportunities for our veteran community. They are aimed at setting up different veterans with successful service-based business opportunities. This team has so much experience combined, whether it's Jack or the other owners of the different franchise across multiple industries. And they really want to create a unique and low-cost franchise opportunity for our veterans. So they have 4 different brands that fall under the Veteran Service Brands umbrella. They have G-Force, which is a parking lot striping company, Field Ops, which does athletic field marking, Mach 1 does epoxy floorings, and Paint Core has different commercial and residential paint businesses. So as you can see, there's a little play on words with the different businesses there because they truly are a veteran-focused organization that's really focused on just providing turnkey opportunities for our veterans and service members that are looking for entrepreneurial endeavors and owning their own business. It really is a home away from home for our military members because you're surrounded by like-minded colleagues that are all striving to build their own businesses under this large umbrella, which is Veteran Service Brands. So if that sounds exciting to you, if becoming an entrepreneur, owning your own business is something that you've considered, you can just type Veteran Service Brands into the chat and we will provide more information to you. That partnership has been so successful that right now, our CEO, Mike Quinn, and Lucy Robinson, who's typically the host for these LinkedIn Lives, they're actually on site in Florida at the Veteran Service Brands Conference, speaking to all of their owners and entrepreneurs this week. So we couldn't speak more highly of Veteran Service Brands and the opportunities that they're providing to the military community. So again, if it sounds interesting, just type Veteran Service Brands in the chat and we'll provide more information. I just have one more opportunity to share that kind of falls in line with these. And these are really unique and exciting opportunities that we've had a lot of interest in as well. This is with a company called Acuity International. And Acuity provides process and technology-based critical services to government and commercial enterprises literally around the world. So they are looking for veterans or spouses or anyone connected to the military community that are looking for opportunities in Iraq, Somalia, and they do have some stateside here in Atlanta, Georgia. And they have a variety of different industries that they're hiring into. So security, intel analysis, medical terminology as well. They have 15 positions available at the beginning of February as well. So be sure to check out our website. You'll see all of those listed under Acuity International. And if that sounds like something of interest to you, if you're ready to go back overseas, or if those locations sound like they might be of interest, you can just type Acuity in the chat and we can provide the direct link as well. So again, we've shared a lot of information here. To find out more, we have in-depth position descriptions on every opportunity that Amber, Matt, and I have both shared. All that's available at hiremilitary.us. So we had a couple questions in the chat, but I just want to mention 2 more things before we get to those questions as well. So another opportunity that we can facilitate specifically for the DoD SkillBridge program is if you as a service member have identified a company that's of interest to you and they aren't currently DoD approved to be a SkillBridge provider, we can partner with them to help facilitate your internship. They can come under our umbrella and we can help to facilitate your internship so you can conduct that SkillBridge internship with that company. So if you have contacted an organization, definitely reach out to any of us and we can provide more information on how we can take next steps to helping you create your own internship with an organization of interest as well. So just a couple questions that we had in the chats. We're going to get to those here and then we will try to wrap up right at the half an hour. So we had a question asking, they have 22 years of active duty time, but most jobs require a bachelor's degree. Can I use my experience and associate's degree for that? And the answer is, it depends. A lot of organizations will accept experience in lieu of a degree, but if you see a job description that specifically states a degree is required, it's usually a hard and fast requirement for most organizations. So just really depends on the organization. That's where it really helps to kind of try to network and understand more about that organization, the opportunities that they have as well, and what they're willing and open to do. So I think that was most of it. If you do have questions that we don't have time to get to them today, please just continue to type them in the chat. We look back at those questions and they really are great content for us to speak about and follow on LinkedIn Lives. or during posts that we share with the military community as well. So I want to make sure that we finish right at the half hour to be respectful of everyone's time. Amber, Matt, any other final comments before we sign off today? Wonderful.
Nothing for me. It's been great this afternoon.
Yeah, thank you so much, Amber and Matt, for joining us, sharing those opportunities for our military community, for Olivia in the chat, engaging with us all here, and all of you for joining us. We hope to see you next week for another Hot Jobs with Higher Military, Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. Take care. Bye.